What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Box in the Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. We're going to continue with the greatest light heavyweight champion of all times, with one of the hardest light heavyweight punchers of all times, Bob Foster. Let's take a look at his career. Now, Bob Foster boiled down to middleweight because Cassius Clay, a.k.a. Muhammad Ali, was expected to win the heavyweight gold in 1960 Rome Olympics. So when he turned professional in 1961 and waited 7 years for a title shot, when his chance finally happened, he knocked out veteran Dick Tiger in 4 rounds in Madison Square Garden. On May 24th, 1968. For the next 6 years, he was untouchable at 175 pounds, although forays into the heavyweight division, he was devastated by Joe Frazier when Joe Frazier knocked him out in 2 rounds for the world title. The fight with Muhammad Ali beat him in 8 rounds. It is as light heavyweight, arguably the finest of them all. Outstanding light heavyweight champion, Bob Foster. When his career ended, he wound up becoming a fighting sheriff in New Mexico. Bob Foster had a record of 56, 8, 1, and 46 knockouts. He fought from the year 1961 to 1978. His title held was World Light Heavyweight Championship, 1968 to 1974. Bob Foster, Washington, D.C. light heavyweight, was born April 27, 1942 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He started his professional career in 1961 of May 27th, fighting Duke Williams in Washington, KOing him in 2 rounds. Then on April 3rd, he fought Clarence Ryan in New York and defeated him in 4 rounds. May 8th, Billy Johnson, New York, defeated him in 4 rounds. June 22nd, Ray Byron, Montreal, KO'd him in 2 rounds. On August 8th of 1961, he fought Floyd McCoy in Montreal, Canada, defeated him in 6 rounds. May 22nd, Ernie Knoxon, Norfolk, Virginia, scored a 4-round KO. December 4th, Clarence Floyd, Toronto, KO'd him in 4 rounds. 1962. May 19th, Billy Tisdale, New York, KO'd him in 2 rounds. June 27th, Burt Whitehurst, that was a Sonny Liston opponent, in New York, defeated him in 8 rounds. October 20th, Doug Jones, New York, he was stopped in 8 rounds. Now, Doug Jones was the first one to carry Cassius Clay, a.k.a. Muhammad Ali, to the distance. 1963, February 18th, Richard Benjamin in Washington, KOing him in 1 round. April 29th, Curtis Bruce, Washington, KOing him in 4 rounds. November 6th, Mario Menina, very good fighter. He lost to him in 10 rounds. December 11th, Willie Bismanskoff, Norfolk, Virginia, KOing him in 3 rounds. 1964, February 25th, Dave Bailey, Miami Beach, Florida, KOing him in 1 round. May 8th, Alan Thomas, Chicago, Illinois, KOing him in 1 round. July 10th, Ernie Terrell, New York, he was stopped in 7 rounds. Now, Ernie Terrell was an outstanding heavyweight. He had a very good fight with Muhammad Ali and others. November 12th, Don Quinn, Norfolk, Virginia, he stopped him in 1 round. November 23rd, Norman Letcher, San Francisco, California, knocked him out in 1 round. December 11th, Henry Hank, Norfolk, Virginia, KOing him in 10 rounds. Now, 1965, February 15th, Roberto Roscoe, Albuquerque, New Mexico, KO'd him in 2 rounds. March 21st, Dave Russell, Norfolk, Virginia, he stopped him in 6 rounds. May 24th, Charlie Leslie, New Orleans, Louisiana, KOing him in 3 rounds. July 26th, Henry Hank, a phenomenal heavyweight, New Orleans, defeated him in 12 rounds. December 6th, Zora Foley, New Orleans lost to him in 10 rounds. Zora Foley was an outstanding heavyweight. He had wonderful names on his record. He fought Muhammad Ali. He was stopped, but he was still a phenomenal heavyweight at that time. 1966, December 6th, Leroy Green, Norfolk, Virginia, stopping him in 2 rounds. 1967, January 16, Slim Jim Robinson, Washington, D.C., stopped him in 1 round. February 27th, Andre Selper, Washington, D.C., killing him in 2 rounds. May 8th, Eddie Cotton, Washington, D.C., knocked him out in 3 rounds. June 9th, Henry Matthews, a very good fighter, killing him in 2 rounds. October 25th, Levan Roundtree, Washington, D.C., knocks him out in 8 rounds. December 5th, Sonny Moore, Washington, D.C., stops him in 2 rounds. 1968, May 24th, his biggest moment of his life came when he challenged Dick Tiger in New York. He knocked him out in 4 rounds and won the World Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Now that Dick Tiger fight was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Bob Foster wound up a beautiful left hook. And when Dick Tiger was throwing a right hand, Bob Foster came over the top with a left hook and starched him like a sack of potatoes. Phenomenal knockout by Bob Foster. July 29th, Charlie Polite. Charlie Polite was a sparring partner for Joe Frazier. West Springs killed him in 3 rounds. August 26th, Eddie Virk, Albuquerque, New Mexico, killed him in 9 rounds. September 9th, Roger Rouse, Washington, D.C., he stopped him in 5 rounds. 1969, January 22nd, Frank DiPaula, New York, knocked him out in 1 round and retained the World Light Heavyweight title. May 24th, Andy Kendall, West Springfield, Massachusetts, knocks him out in 4 rounds, retains the World Light Heavyweight title. June 19th, Levon Roundtree, Atlanta, Georgia, knocks him out in 4 rounds. November 2nd, Chuck Leslie, New Orleans, killing him in 5 rounds. 1970, February 24th, Bill Hardy, Orlando, knock him out in 4 rounds. March 9th, Cookie Wallace, Tampa, Florida, knocks him out in 6 rounds. April 4th, Roger Rouse, knocks him out in 4 rounds, retains the World Light Heavyweight title. June 27th, Mark Tesman, Baltimore, Maryland, knocks him out in 10 rounds, retains the World Light Heavyweight title. November 18th, Joe Frazier, Smoking Joe, Detroit. He was KO'd in 2 rounds for the World Heavyweight title. Now, the thing with Bob Foster, he fought Mike Quarry, and that had to have been one of the most feared. It was a very frightening knockout over Mike Quarry. That was a devastating, that told me the type of puncher that Bob Foster was. Now, recapping, professional record, 56, 8, 1, and 46. Years fought, 1961, 1978. Titles held, the World Light Heavyweight Championship. Defining fights, he KO'd Dick Tiger in 4 rounds. May 24th, 1968, and he won the World Light Heavyweight Championship. Flattened Tiger at the Garden. Other notable fights, KO 1, Frankie DiPaula, KO 2, where he was stopped by Joe Frazier in 2 rounds. Vincent Roden knocked him out in 2 rounds. Mike Quarry knocked him out in 4 rounds. Muhammad Ali, he was stopped in 8 rounds by Ali. He had devastating punching power, phenomenal fighter. Now, Bob Foster's last fight was when he was at the age of 39 years old. But Bob Foster, light heavyweight champion of the world, a phenomenal fighter. He's just been entered into my Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Salute to Bob Foster, perhaps the greatest puncher in the light heavyweight division. This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Thanks for hanging in there with